thousands and thousands of people are fleeing Afghanistan or attempting to flee for various reasons. With that said, not every country is accepting Afghan refugees, but some countries are. Hey guys, welcome back to FTD Facts. My name is Leroy Kenton, and in this episode, I'm going to be looking at the top 10 countries who are taking Afghan refugees on a temporary or permanent basis. Starting with the country of Mexico at number 10. Mexico is taking in 124 refugees. So the refugees that Mexico received were media workers and their family members from Afghanistan, including New York Times journalists. They arrived at Mexico City's International Airport, where Foreign Minister Marcelo Ebrard waited to greet them. And Marcelo, who is the Secretary of Foreign Affairs of Mexico, said this: Mexico has decided to support human rights applications for refuge, asylum, and humanitarian visas for people in Afghanistan who have asked to have this humanitarian condition.
We might be very far away from what is happening in Afghanistan, but the human cause, the protection of the values that we identify with as Mexicans, have led to a commitment from us.
The country at number 9 is Albania. Albania's government, they also accepted the United States' request to temporarily take in Afghan refugees seeking visas to enter the United States. Government sources had told the Associated Press that about 300 Afghans were expected to arrive in the country of Albania. From there, we move on to North Macedonia. North Macedonia's government said that it will temporarily take in 450 Afghans in the coming days after it approved the United States' request to have them admitted to the country. The refugees will be employees and families of Afghan staff in humanitarian and peacekeeping missions, activists from rights organizations, as well as journalists, translators, students, and people who hold scholarships. This is according to a statement released by the government. Next up, we have Uganda, the only African country in this episode. This past week, they said that it had agreed to a request from the United States to take in 2,000 refugees from Afghanistan for a period of just 3 months, after which they're going to be resettled elsewhere. At number 6, Australia. Australia has plans to provide at least 3,000 visas to Afghans over a 1-year period. It will not allow thousands of Afghans inside the country, and this is according to Prime Minister Scott Morrison, and he said this in a statement: "I know that some are talking about figures of 20,000, but can I tell you there are no clear plans about that. Australia is not going into that territory." So we took a look at 5 countries so far. We have 5 more to look at, but since we're at the halfway mark of this episode, just want to take this time to mention a similar video that we did. We actually explored some surprising facts about the Taliban. Now that video is very eye-opening, and I think you're going to find it very, very, very interesting. I'll link to it below in the video description section where you can check it out after this episode. But for now, we continue on to number 5, the United States. The United States has been busy making requests and also working on receiving Afghan refugees themselves. The US has agreed to take in over 10,000 Afghans. Many of those being taken in are going to be the ones who helped America's government during their time in Afghanistan. About 100,000 Afghans were seeking evacuation through a US visa program meant to provide refuge to Afghans who had worked with Americans as well as their families. And now this is according to a statement by Rebecca Heller, who is the head of the United States-based International Refugee Assistance Program. The country at number 4 is the United Kingdom. They sit at taking in 20,000 refugees. Women, children, and religious minorities, they're going to be giving priority in the new UK resettlement plan for 20,000 Afghan refugees. And this is according to Prime Minister Boris Johnson, and he'll be acknowledging those who helped the Western Coalition over 2 decades, and he says that those people are actually the most at risk. This plan will allow Afghans to settle in the UK, and it's expected to be rolled out over 5 years. And of that total, it is estimated that about 5,000 refugees will arrive before the end of this current year, 2021. Number 3, Canada at 20,000. Canada is part of a coalition of countries that is working really hard to help Afghan citizens evacuate out of the country who also supported Western missions in Afghanistan over the past 20 years. Now, the program is focused on particularly vulnerable groups that are already welcome to Canada through existing resettlement avenues, including women leaders, human rights activists, journalists, those who are persecuted for being a religious minority, LGBT individuals, as well as other groups. Canada committed to receiving 20,000 Afghan refugees who have already fled the country, and the government is considering potentially increasing that number in the future. Another country working really hard to receive Afghan refugees is Germany. Germany is also encouraging the airport in Kabul, Afghanistan to continue to operate in order to be able to take in tens of thousands of people out of Afghanistan. Now, the thing is, there's around 300 Germans and more than 10,000 Afghans who are still on the Federal Foreign Office's exit list. And these include former Afghan employees of the armed forces or people in serious need of protection, like I mentioned, like activists and journalists. And this list also includes family members of those people. As things stand now, Germany will accept more than 40,000 individuals from Afghanistan. And the country that we end this list off with is Tajikistan. They sit at receiving 100,000 Afghan refugees. Tajikistan said that it was ready to take in up to 1 lakh Afghan refugees. And if you don't know, a lakh is a unit in the Indian numbering system that's equal to 100,000. Now, it's often used in India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, as well as Sri Lanka. But either way, there's a lot of support for refugees that are in the works, like where they're going to be living, food, water, medication. All of that is being arranged by international organizations. Okay guys, so this was a look at the top 10 countries who are taking in Afghan refugees. Some of them have already received the refugees, others are going to be rolling them in over the years. Either way though, these countries are working really hard to lend a helping hand for those in need. As always, I want to hear your thoughts and comments about what was shared in this episode. Join in on the conversation below. Don't forget to leave a like before you get on out of here. And if this is your first time to the channel, subscribe and ring the bell to be notified when new videos are posted. We post videos multiple times a week that share facts and information about the various different countries, cultures, religions, and people of our world. So look forward to having you join the FTD Facts family. Until next time, guys, stay awesome, stay educated. See you soon.